Hi, it's Ashley from Sweet Dreams Bake Shop, and if you watched my video on how to fix your cakes using buttercream, then you might have seen this clip before, but I take this cake and I turn it into the little bunny that you saw. Today I am using my Italian meringue buttercream, but you can choose whatever buttercream you would like. This works really well with American as well. I chose to make my bunny smooth, but if you wanted to add a little bit of texture to the buttercream, then you could do that as well. The key to getting this buttercream nice and smooth is to make sure that you apply very, very generously so that you can sculpt this into any shape that you would like. And don't worry if you have a few gaps here and there. If you really want to cover those up later, you can with all of the florals that we're going to be using. Today I am using a 1M tip, and to make these rosettes is really easy. You just start from the center and you work your way around. When I first started making rosettes, I made the mistake of starting from the outside and I couldn't figure out why it wasn't turning out, so make sure that you start from the center. Now we're going to create the bunny ears, and I actually do suggest that you put the bunny ear portion on first before you put on any of the rosettes. This is because if you get any of those rosettes super set, like I find American buttercream sets really quickly in my environment because it's cold, then it's kind of hard to put it in, so do make sure that you do this first. I'm using Satin Ice Fondant, which is my favorite fondant to work with. I just find it has a really, really nice texture, and I find that it can do things like this relatively quickly. I don't have to wait for a lot of drying time. All of the sticks and extra fondant here that's going to go on the back for support is just being adhered with a little bit of water. When rolling out your fondant, if you want to prevent sticking, just use a little bit of cornstarch. Now for the eye portion, you can do it however you would like. I find it easiest to roll it out because I find when I cut out super small things, it's harder to get that clean edge. Whereas with this technique, I get a nice rounded edge and I can easily add on those details pretty quickly. There are so many variations to this face. I think it looks really cute too if the eyes are open, so you do whatever you see fit. I want to create a little definition with the ear, so I'm going to add a super light pink patch to the center. With Satin Ice, it does dry fairly quickly, so I'm able to add on this ear fairly quickly after I had rolled it out. I would say about 10 minutes. Now remember we talked about adding the rosettes on afterwards. As you can see, one of those ears kind of is bent a little bit because I tried to stab it into the already set rosettes. But I am going to cover it up. Now, if you do want to make swirly little rosettes like this, all I did was I opened up my piping bag and I haphazardly put in a little bit of pink food coloring, and then I filled up the rest of the bag and piped the rosettes. Now I'm just going to add on little flower details, and I'm using my favorite little flower punch here with just a little bit of fondant. Now, whenever I am using a punch cutter like this, I do make sure to roll the fondant fairly thin, but not too thin, because you want enough fondant there so you can get the definition of those centers. What's great about this type of cake is you can add whatever types of florals that you would like. I find it looks really beautiful too if you do this with roses or a mixture of flowers. And I'm adding on a little bit of glamour with some of these edible pearls. Now let's get into the pricing of this cake. Now this cake is actually pretty small. It's only 4 inches, so I think I would only offer it as a stock order for $40. And if you're new to my videos, all my pricing is in Canadian dollars, and a stock order is basically something that you don't have to custom make and that is just always available and usually made in mass. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe so you can be part of the Sweetie fam. Right now, I'm uploading daily, so make sure you hit that notification bell so you know when I upload. Also, be sure to comment, request, or ask a question. I love hearing from you guys. Bye!